Floyd Mayweather daughter officially facing life in prison.
Let's go. Ferrari my whip, patting my wrist, Chanel bag, matching my fit, spin me a bag just for the fit.
Boxing legend Floyd Mayweather's 19-year-old daughter laid waste to her own reputation after stabbing a woman outside rapper NBA YoungBoy's home in a jealous rage. Now facing a felony, Yaya must fight for her life or spend the rest of her days in prison. Welcome to Lime Report. Before we begin, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and check out the link in the description to enter a chance at winning our Apple product giveaway. Things weren't always so rough for Ayana. Before any of the drama, Ayana was a perfect child and a model student, graduating high school at just the age of 13. Throughout her life, she was provided with every opportunity she could have ever asked for. As a proud Mayweather and heiress to her father's throne, Ayana had everything going for her, but all that changed once she met her boyfriend YoungBoy. Their year-long toxic relationship has broken up several times, yet after it seemed they had broken up for good, Ayana flew off the handle and nearly killed a woman in the process. Since her arrest, Ayana has yet to speak on her current situation, most likely at the direction of her lawyers. As the world watches the Instagram star prepare for the fight of her life, experts say she could be locked up for good if convicted. Thanks for joining. Today, we'll be following Yaya Mayweather's shocking arrest and what some say will become of the once bright star and her family. Don't go anywhere as we reveal the unsettling secret that resurfaced following Yaya's arrest. You don't want to miss this. Aside from being born to one of the greatest boxers of all time, Ayana led a pretty normal life prior to her involvement with YoungBoy. She went to school, hung out with her family, and even aspired to be a singer at one point. Once she found YoungBoy, though, her life took a turn no one expected, and now she could be stripped of her freedom for good. Although Ayana's recent arrest marks the first time she's caught a charge, it's certainly not the first time she's confronted someone about her man. With Yaya's jealous tendencies and violent outbursts, it was only a matter of time before she got herself in trouble. The mess began just a few days after the couple had seemingly broken things off again. In a story post, YoungBoy claimed he has never had a girlfriend and keeps women around him who choose to be in his life. Their tumultuous relationship had been through bumps in the past, but they were usually able to patch things up. That in mind, Ayana made her way to YoungBoy's mansion in Texas to resolve their issues. Upon her arrival, Ayana found her boyfriend entertaining his ex and baby mama, LaPatra Jacobs. After declaring that she and YoungBoy were engaged, Yaya demanded Jacobs leave the property, to which she refused. Following a brief altercation between the two women, things turned violent fast. Keep watching as we continue to unravel Ayana's alleged assault and what she plans to do to secure her freedom. Ayana has remained supportive and loyal to YoungBoy from the day their relationship began, despite all the issues between them. Her love for the rapper has caused her to make multiple mistakes, but this by far was her greatest. In what Ayana has claimed to be self-defense, she and Jacobs became physical with each other, and as the fight proceeded, things nearly became deadly when Yaya made her way to the kitchen and armed herself with 2 knives. As Jacobs lunged toward her, Ayana thrusted and stabbed her twice in the bicep. Shortly after their fight, paramedics were called to the home and notified the police of the possible assault. Once police arrived on the scene, they arrested Yaya and conducted a full investigation, leading to a felony aggravated assault charge. While most states mandate a maximum of 15 years for the charge, Texas allows for up to 99 years in some cases. Up against life in prison, some believed Yaya's superstar father would come to her rescue. After a period of silence, alleged victim LaPatra Jacobs took to Instagram to air out her thoughts and update the world on her status. However, after an interesting IG live session, Jacobs revealed a dark secret that could mean life in prison or worse. When paramedics first arrived on the crime scene, they found the victim, LaPatra Jacobs, lying on the floor bleeding out. They immediately rushed her to the hospital for emergency surgery. Although her wounds were not fatal, Jacobs was still lucky to be alive. According to medical documents, if Yaya had stabbed in the wrong spot, she could have hit an artery in Jacobs' bicep, killing her in minutes. After being released from the hospital, the victim tried to stay out of the public eye as much as she could, but YoungBoy's fans as well as reporters were relentless. Fed up with all the questions, Jacobs finally spoke out for the first time with a dark message. "No, I'm not okay. I'm really up in the head," she began in the post. "I hate to say it, can y'all just leave me alone? I never wanted this attention or whatever y'all call it. P.S. Y'all won't be seeing me. I'm kinda glad I don't have a phone." Her distress made sense as she just experienced a brutal fight and near-death experience. And while that alone would have been enough to put Jacobs under emotional duress, she revealed an even darker secret later on IG Live. Several days after asking the world for privacy, Jacobs returned to lie to address the situation. With so many questions still coming in, she wanted to be ahead of the story and tell her side as she could. During the live, Jacobs went through the known information with her audience. Then she proceeded to tell in detail where she was stabbed. According to La Patra, she was stabbed twice in the bicep as was initially reported. Yet, what sent chills down the spines of her audience was when she revealed she was also stabbed in the stomach. It was at that moment when a background voice calmly followed up on the news with, "And then you lost the baby." Lost the baby? The chilling video revealed that before the incident, La Patra was pregnant and lost her child as a result of the stabbing. If what she said was true, Yaya could be facing life in prison and even the death penalty in the state of Texas. With the stakes raised higher than ever before, Yaya is desperate for someone to come to her aid. However, thanks to her past decisions, the bridges she's burned may never be rebuilt. In dire straits, would her father come to her rescue as all rich dads do? Don't go anywhere as we reveal Floyd's true intentions, only on Lime Report. As his first daughter, Floyd and Yaya shared a special bond. Although her parents hadn't been together since around the time of her birth, Yaya's family stayed close. But after recent events, it seems a rift may be forming between the family. Despite his busy and successful career, Floyd did everything he could to be there for his kids. At just the age of 15, Yaya graduated from high school, making her the first of Floyd's children to do so. When she walked and received her diploma, her father was one of the first to congratulate her. Growing up, Floyd had to drop out of high school and find a job to help support his family. Unable to graduate himself, he placed a high importance on education. In spite of his love for Yaya, though, Floyd has decided to allow his daughter to handle her mess on her own. While not directly commenting on Yaya's arrest, Mayweather posted on his Instagram page, "Never claimed to be perfect, but I strive to be the best father possible." In the post, Floyd was seen working with his son, Karan, in his boxing gym. With the post, Floyd made his message to his daughter loud and clear. He had done his part, and it was up to Yaya to take care of her own business. From the beginning of her relationship with YoungBoy, things between Yaya and her father have greatly deteriorated. Although Floyd still has love for his daughter, the two have been at odds thanks to YoungBoy's polarizing nature. The rapper has never been a fan of her father's and made it public several times. After posting her bail, Yaya reunited with YoungBoy and was seen at his house during an IG live rant where YoungBoy called Floyd several derogatory names. With the rapper further provoking the already disappointed father, Floyd made his message abundantly more clear when he removed all images of his daughter off of his social media. Though it's not entirely known why Floyd decided to remove his daughter's image, some believe he meant to prove his point to Yaya. She'd be getting no help from him. Family support waning and her circumstances worsening, Yaya had to do something to ensure her freedom. Even though Jacobs was in a stable condition after the incident, Yaya still faced the possibility of a life behind bars. After posting her $30,000 bond, Yaya got to work and hired an esteemed lawyer to defend her, Kurt Schaefer. With her defense secured, Yaya and her legal team have been working on her case nonstop ever since. Schaefer has confirmed that Yaya plans to plead not guilty in her upcoming trial in August if things come down to the courtroom. As we move closer to Yaya's awaited trial date, everything revolves around the victim and what she plans to do. Depending on how far Jacobs wants to go, Yaya could either be set free, put on probation, or thrown in prison. If the rumors of La Patra losing a child after the incident are true, the leverage held by a murder charge in Texas may be enough to put Yaya behind bars for the rest of her life. No one expected for things to turn out this way. What began as an innocent quest to patch a relationship could have resulted in death. Thanks to Yaya's reckless actions, she not only endangered the lives of the other two involved in the incident, she ended a life before it had the chance to begin. It seemed at one point as though she would have a bright future, as her father did. However, after chasing love from someone who constantly claimed he had no connection to her, Yaya ended up walking into a vicious cycle of heartache and mistrust. Blinded by her love for YoungBoy, Yaya threw her life away and now stands to face life in prison or worse, death row, if convicted of her crimes. Though Floyd has claimed he will sit aside and allow his daughter to sort out her own mess, as his daughter's situation worsens, many assume it to only be a matter of time before the champ reaches out to Yaya to offer his help. Floyd has had his share of legal trouble throughout his career, yet he has always managed to come out on top. With the hard times he's experienced, his past battles could come in handy as Ayanna prepares to defend her name. While we don't know what will become of Ayanna Mayweather, we can be sure that if LaPatra reveals to the court that she was with child, the charges could go from felony assault to felony murder in a split second. With dangers lurking in each shadow, Yaya's legal team must work around the clock to ensure she has a fighting chance. What do you think will become of Yaya once she's called to trial? Will she be able to free herself? Or will new revelations spell the end for her? Let us know what you think in the comment section below. Thanks again for joining us on Lime Report. Before you go, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and check out the link in the description to enter a chance at winning our Apple product giveaway.